Okay, that's too many strawberries. There's like more strawberry than ice. Hey guys, welcome back. Today I have a 2016 370Z 6-speed. Originally I tuned this car through email, so it has not been on the dyno. So today he is going E85. He towed the car in with the fuel pump and injectors already installed. He did a pretty good job actually. Everything's good, nothing leaks. The car starts. So I'm gonna go ahead and make some adjustments to get the car to idle better, which I've already done some, but there's a minor tweaking to do, and then I'm gonna go ahead and start doing some pulls. Let's go ahead and set up the differential. Go ahead and get the car, the ECU, used to the dyno. All right, I can go ahead and start doing some of the pulls right now. Let's go ahead and do the first pull, see how far we can get in the RPM range before I have to let off. Okay, so this one, the first set of adjustments was pretty good, so I was able to complete the first pass. I'm gonna look over everything in detail and see what I could change. Pretty good. Blown gallery gaskets. Another BP kit. Hopefully I get to tune this one tonight. It's almost ready. 2005 G35 6-speed. So we have a rev up, George's favorite motor. Just kidding. You guys know those are the worst motors, right? The rev ups. They literally just blow up stock or whatever. But let's go ahead and set up the differential. Alright guys, welcome back. Differential is set up. Let's see if I can complete a baseline pull. Let's see if everything is good on this car. Okay, I was actually not able to complete the pull. It's actually running really lean. You can actually tell by the torque as well, assuming nothing's wrong with the motor. So 219 torque, the car should have put out a little more torque with the mods. again, assuming the motor is in good condition. The horsepower, well, the pool's unfinished, so it's possible, even if everything was running good, that would be the baseline number. But just while looking at the log while doing the baseline pull before the tune, it was actually unsafe. So again, maybe he was driving it like this, maybe he was going full throttle like this, but I'm not going to continue to pull because I already know that this is wrong. This is not good. So I'm going to show him his baseline and explain what I just told you guys. I'm going to start tuning it. Hopefully the motor is good. Who knows how long it's been running like this. It's super lean. Alright, so I've already made the first set of adjustments and I am uploading it into the ECU along with the license. Okay, ECU is now flashed. Let's go ahead and do the first pull. Let's see what it makes. So just fixing the fuel, we got this much right here, and it's actually still running a little lean, but it's way better now, way safer. So let's see what the next pull does. Another thing I forgot to mention, I did not show you in the vlog, running really lean obviously will also create knock. Running too rich also creates knock. So well, now that I fixed the fuel, the knock was a lot less. It was literally reduced by like 95%. So some knock is obviously fake. Some people call it ghost or phantom knock. But I know it's good now, and I added a little bit more fuel because it still needed just a tiny bit, so it was actually almost perfect on that first adjustment. That's why I literally gained like around almost 10 horsepower almost everywhere in the RPM. But let's see what this little adjustment does. Okay, so in that last pull, both of his belts came off. They did not rip, they actually just came off. So that honestly was kind of funny. I knew right away the belts, something to do with the belts after the pull, but I thought that they ripped. I didn't think they just flew off. So that's obviously one reason why you're not supposed to be in the dyno area next to your car, because something might happen. So so Joey went ahead and put it back. He got charged to put the belts on, obviously. I talked to the customer and he said that it's actually happened to him before. He said it has something to do with the AC belt, so it has happened to him before. So he suggested that we only put back the main belt. So that's what we did, and let's see if the belt stays on this time. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the pull. Let's see if the belt stays on. Alright, so we got some more power. Very good. Belt stayed on. So last time it made 251 and 228 torque. Now we're at 230 torque. You could actually see the difference. The new line is the blue one. And the horsepower stayed the same. I don't remember the ending of it right there. So this is 0.44. I don't remember what it said before that. But this here is already the max for this car. So this is going to be the final tune right here. I'm going to go ahead and remove the purple line, so it's just the red and the blue. I'm I'm gonna show it to the customer and he's gonna be happy because that's a big jump. 17 wheel horsepower and 11 torque, and obviously there's gonna be a little bit more gains somewhere. I just have to more gains in the peak. I'm gonna have to like choose the aero, for example, like around 4,700 RPM. You can see that there's gonna be more than 17. One thing I did forget to mention, judging by the torque, this is just something with the motor. Obviously the motor is still good, it produced the power, so that's a really good sign. That's why dyno is very important. The car was running really lean before, so obviously some damage has occurred. I feel like the motor has just not been in the best condition for a while. So judging by the torque, it should be higher. So even it gained a lot of torque already, it should be higher than 230 on a DE with all the mods. So I'm just flashing the final tune and you can see the difference even after you ignore the first couple hundred RPM, as I usually tell you guys to. We could just start off at 3,000. You can see the gap right there, which was about 80%. All the gains was about 80% from fixing the fuel. The rest was from the timing and the cams. This car has 161,000 miles. So I can definitely tell you that this car is not in the best condition, but the good news is that it makes power. So I would say it's definitely somewhat of a good condition. Just the torque is a big sign that something's already not 100% or 90% somewhere. Possible it's starting to have some sort of a low compression issue somewhere, but still good enough to the point where it's going to make power.